Here is how to resolve marriage issues. How to resolve marriage issues may have become the question of paramount importance in your life right now. If that is the case, perhaps the most fundamental factor that you need to keep in mind when it comes to understanding how to resolve marriage issues is communication. In the end, you will only be able to resolve marriage issues effectively if you keep the lines of communication open between you and your spouse. There are some pointers to bear in mind when it comes to opening up and maintaining communication with your husband or wife during times of trouble. In regard to communication and how to resolve marriage issues, the most important pointer or tip to follow is to make certain you do not attempt to communicate when angry. The reality is that if you do attempt a dialogue when passions are inflamed, you actually will do more harm than good. You will end up not only failing to communicate in such circumstances, but you definitely will make the difficult issues between you and your spouse even worse. On a somewhat related note, understanding how to resolve marriage issues through positive communication, it also is important for you to plot what you want to say in advance. In the end, if you do not plan at least some basic talking points before you sit down for a conversation, you will end up not having the most effective exchange possible. You should also politely suggest that your spouse take a moment to prepare some of the specifics that he or she wants to address as well. Finally, you do need to always keep in mind that communication is a two-way street. This is definitely the case in a situation when you are striving to effectively learn how to resolve marriage issues. Therefore, you must be completely prepared to listen, and to listen closely, to what your husband or wife has to say. Odds are that one of the reasons you are facing marital problems arises from the fact the one or the other, or, as is more likely, both of you, are not the best listeners in the world. By listening and trying to come to a clearer understanding of your spouse's position regarding marriage problems, you will have a far better chance of reaching a reconciliation sooner rather than later. You will have a much better chance of saving your marriage and enjoying happy times into the future.